Man, which one's which?
I don't know. They look perfect.
One of them is yours.
I know.
One of them is mine.
Both of them are mine.
That
one's yours.
That is not okay. You can leave that. You can eat yours first if you want.
Okay.
That's completely fine. Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Tuesday.
We had to ride out earlier for just a tiny second, not long. And while we were out, we were like, Dunkin' Donuts is right here. It'd be almost silly if we didn't just go. So we went just to get a donut. Is it good? Mm-hmm. It's messy. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to enjoying a donut. I got myself a second cup of coffee. My IBS is not going to be thrilled today, but I can't eat a sweet donut without coffee. I just can't. I'm just like, I want the bitterness to counteract it. So I told a story on Breakfast Stream, and I realized I hadn't told it on the vlog yet, which is fair. This bill just came. We got the bill for the hospital a little bit ago, but it wasn't an itemized bill. So Mal called and said, "Hey, can we get an itemized bill?" And they said, "Sure." So they sent the itemized bill. And there was one thing in particular I was real curious about, and that is when Mal went into the hospital, she had to tell them what
all the
medicines and stuff Mal was taking. One of the things that Mal takes is Flonase, which is a nasal spray that is available over the counter for allergies. And Mal takes it primarily to counteract the fact that she owns a cat. Mal is allergic to cats. A lot of people don't know that Mal's allergic to cats. Mal's allergic to cats. She loves cats, however, and she wants to keep cats around. So she takes allergy medicine every single day and has for years and years and years and years. So we could keep
I've been on Flonase since I was 12.
You've been on Flonase since you were 12. Mm-hmm. So it's a long time. Anyway, so when Mal goes in the hospital, she writes down Flonase because that's one of the things that she's on. However, keep in mind, she takes Flonase for the cat. When we're in Atlanta, she doesn't necessarily need to take the Flonase.
I take it in the spring for pollen too, but it's fall.
Sure. Not taking it now for the pollen. So on Thursday morning, the day that Mal got discharged, one of the nurses brought in a Flonase, cracked the seal, and said, "Hey, here's your Flonase." And Mal said, "Okay, sure." So Mal used the Flonase, and whenever, she was like one shot of Flonase, and then whenever I came together, that Flonase was sitting there, and I was like, we should take that Flonase with us. I said, I guarantee you that was a very, very, very expensive Flonase. And Mal, they had never told Mal that they were going to bring that Flonase to her.
She didn't give me a chance to even question
And she didn't even give Mal a chance to be like, wait, I do not need this. She just brought it in, opened the seal, and was like, here's your Flonase. And it's one of those things that, like, Mal could have easily been like, I don't need that. Mal also had Flonase in her bag with her, but of course the hospital doesn't want you to use outside medicines, so they would have objected to that. But, she could have used that. Anyway,
I could also taken it after I was discharged.
And you could have also just used it after you were discharged. There was no reason to get that Flonase in the hospital. Long story short, I was real curious how much this Flonase was going to cost because we get ours over the counter at Costco, come in a multi-pack, and the breakdown of the cost is pretty inexpensive. It's a few bucks for just a little thing of Flonase.
The bottle looks identical.
And the bottle was identical. It's the same amount of it's like literally the same medicine, exact same medicine, and the same amount. And I was like, okay, we pay a few bucks for this at Costco. I wonder how much it'll be on this bill. And I told folks this morning on Breakfast Stream, and everyone was like, $50? And someone was like, $100? $100? $392.50. So $400. So $400 bottle of Flonase. And I was really upset because for that price, I feel like it should have shot gold into the air.
I mean, even the prescription painkillers weren't that much.
It should have been, the entire thing should have been in maybe a sapphire casing and wrapped in gold leaf. Mm-hmm. And it, of course wasn't. So we looked through the other stuff on the itemized bill, and like it's expensive because America, but there was not anything else on there that stood out to us as being like crazy. But the Flonase was like, this is insane. This is an over the counter medicine that is literally a few dollars. It should not cost $400. So we had a good laugh about it on stream. It's one of those horrifying laughs where like everyone is laughing, but they're also nervous laughter, like, I can't believe this. And everyone in other countries are like, what's going on in America? But we called today just to be like, hey. And actually, when Mal talked to the person on the phone, and it was like, yeah, the Flonase, which we get for a few dollars because it's over the counter, was $400. The guy actually laughed and was like, because even he knew, like,
It was a laugh of disbelief.
It's indefensible. There's no way that you can be like, well, it's $400 because a nurse brought it to you, and that is it. You got it in the hospital. That is why it's $400. So they are going to whatever.
They say that it's going to an
audit. They're going to where someone looks at a human person looks at it and then does a thing. And that's not a guarantee that we won't get charged. Like they could still be like, no, you still have to pay for that. And like in the grand scheme of things, that number ends up feeling small because the whole ordeal was an expensive ordeal. But it's still, it is an extra cost that we shouldn't have to pay because it's insane. And also, what the heck is that markup? What's the hospital getting that for? What are they paying for it? Anyway, thought I would share that. And to their credit, the rest of the bill seemed fine. But also, to their discredit, $400 Flonase. I don't know what to tell you. So we're trying to get that worked out, and we should have that resolved either in our favor or otherwise in the next few days. My hope is that any sane person that looks at that will be like, yeah, it doesn't look great, does it? And then that cost will be either removed or heavily reduced. But I guess we'll see. So that's that fun story. Anyway, that's not even what the vlog is about today. The vlog today is about getting that AC out of the window.
We have a freeze warning tonight.
Because there's a freeze warning coming to the point where they're like, you should probably run your taps tonight. And I'm like, Jesus, that's cold. So we're going to do that. And honestly, the big thing that's bugging me is that when it gets windy, it's blowing the thing inside the window. It sounds like a machine gun.
Yeah.
And I'm not about that life anymore. So because I'm no longer using the AC upstairs, it needs to.
We might have a few warm days yet where you might want it, but
I'll live.
You'll live. It'll probably only be a warm spell of a week.
I will live. All right, let's see here. Okay. This is our okay. Whatever. Let's just wait. Which one's lock? Is this unlock? No, that's lock. This is lock or unlock. Oh wait, that's right. I got the piece of wood up here. Okay, so I got this. I wanna, cause there's gonna be some bugs and stuff up here. Just kind of do this right here, and then see if I can get this thing out. All right, so here's that piece of wood. Thank you, piece of wood. Now I should be able to. There we go. Oh, it's cold. It's a cold day. Well, it took a little doing, but I am happy to report this thing is no longer plugged up. It's got all this junk, which I just put in here. It needs to be cleaned off because some of it's dirty. In the process of removing that and getting rid of all of the foam that we had put in there to try and create a seal, I definitely probably scooped away like 1,000 dead bugs. That might be a little high, maybe 500. But it was just a lot. It was a lot. Most of them were on the air intake valve. Like there was a screened filter, and it was just like pure dirt. When you looked closely, you realized that the dirt was just dead bugs. Probably a terrible way to die. Anyway, I got that as cleaned up as I could, and it doesn't look so bad now, although the stuff probably does need rinsed off or something. But at least this is all taken care of. And, you know, I gotta say, for as much as I complained about this thing, and there was plenty to complain about, it was large, it was in the way. Anytime I came in here to use the bathroom, I had these giant, you know, pipes running to the thing. It was loud. It was expensive. The loud part, like, that can't be understated. It changed how I worked up here, because it's not quiet. Like, I had to turn my speakers and stuff up to work because it would just be so loud. Despite all of these things, it was a lifesaver. It really was. Like, things were so bad previously, before we had this thing. It was really bad. I mean, it was really bad. Like, summers were completely unbearable. And this thing made this summer bearable. If you have the ability to get a window unit, you should, because they work just as good as these and they're way cheaper. We did not have that possibility, so we had to go with this thing. But I am grateful that we had it, because at no point this entire summer, and we used it for a long time because we got started on it, you know, pretty early. At no point this entire summer was I ever like, oh God, I'm burning up, I'm dying. It didn't happen. And near the end here, in the last few weeks, I've had it mostly off, but I turn it on occasions. And the days where, like, I needed to turn it on, but I didn't quite turn it on yet, it caused me, like, health problems. I mean, I felt like my blood pressure was, like, sky high. And I'd be like, why am I dying? Why is my blood pressure so high? Then I'd be like, oh my God, I got to turn the air on. And it just makes me wonder what kind of damage I did to myself before that. And this is all because this stupid house does not have proper air conditioning running upstairs. It really needed 2 units. It was not built with 2 units. And so the air does not come up here at the same rate in which it needs to, and you die. You die, little buddy. It's awful. Anyway, you can go in now. I had closed the door because I didn't want him to escape. I don't know if he would escape out the open window, but it was not worth the risk. I gotta throw away all that foam trash. Is it different now? A little different, huh? All right, I'm gonna end the vlog. There's nothing else happening today. I'm just gonna work. Thank you so much for watching. I am happy that we're now into the cooler months where I don't have to rely on this, but I am grateful for the help that it gave me. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?